Serhou Guirassy is all over the German and international media, thanks to his brilliance this season and the fact that he has broken many Bundesliga records. He has so far contributed 14 goals in 8 games, making him not only the Bundesliga's top scorer, but also the top scorer in all the European leagues. But I'm not here to talk about this season's statistics, because they will change over time, but we're going to talk about his history, how he started out and developed to reach this level, because he suffered a lot in his early days. We will also talk about the clubs interested in him and his future, so keep watching until the end. If you didn't know Guirassy before and you passed a post on social media talking about how good he is, you would think he's a young player and a rising talent who has been explored in the Bundesliga this season. But unfortunately you are wrong. The player is 27 years old. He was born in 1996 in the south of France, and exactly in the town of Arles to Guinean parents. He began playing football with USC Montargis and later joined G3 Sports Emilia, two clubs playing in the 6th division of French football. He made great progress at both clubs, scoring a number of goals in the process. That's why in 2011 he joined Stade Lavallois, which is not a big club in France either, and whose best result is the League Cup, which they won twice in the 80s, but it's better than his last two clubs. But so far he's in the club's academia, so he started moving between youth groups. For 2 years he contributed to several goals and has been called up from the French under-16 national team, and in 2013 he signed his first professional contract with Stade Laval B, becoming the youngest player in the history of the club, making his debut as a substitute against Le Havre in the 2nd division of the French league. During the same season, in 2013-2014 season, he played 3 more games, again as a substitute, and in 2014 he moved to the first team, and over time he became a starter. And in December 2014 he scored his first professional goal in the Coupe de France. He continued with them until 2015, in which he played 33 games and scored 6 goals, all in League 2. But all that was to change in 2015, when he signed a 5-year contract with Lille to play in Ligue 1 for the first time. But unfortunately he only played 8 games. That's why in the same season he was transferred to Lille B, which meant Lille didn't need him. And so in January 2016, which means only 6 months after buying him, he was loaned to Auxerre, who also play in League 2. He started scoring goals from the first game, so he played 16 games in which he scored 8 goals. But when his 6 months loan expired, he returned to Lille to be sold directly to German club Cologne. He suffered a lot in his first season with the club, where he only played 6 games because he had a surgery when he arrived, and then his injuries abounded in the 3 seasons he spent with the club, although he improved a little in his 2nd and 3rd season, where he participated in the 2017-2018 season in 19 games and scored 6 goals, and in his final season his club had been relegated to the 2nd division of the Bundesliga, and played with them for half a season, where he played 16 games. He scored 2 goals, because in January 2019 he was loaned to French club Amiens with the option to buy. He played with them for half the season on loan. They liked him, so they decided to keep him and signed him for 6 million euros. So in his 2nd season with the club he had quite a good season and scored his first goal that season against his former club Lille, and he also scored in many important games against PSG, Marseille, Monaco, etc., and played 23 games in which he scored 9 goals, and so he attracted the attention of a bunch of clubs, especially English clubs like Arsenal, West Ham and Spurs. He had to leave because his club Amiens was also relegated to the 2nd division. Guirassy and the 2nd division, a love story without end. Any club that signed him was relegated to the 2nd division. Guirassy didn't go to the Premier League and decided to move to Stade Rennais for 15 million euros on a 5-year contract. He was the 5th most expensive deal in the club's history at that time. Now we are in the 2020-2021 season and Rennais are competing in the Champions League. In this season, he has made 31 appearances and scored 12 goals, including a goal against Chelsea in the group stage. In his second season, it's the first time he played the most games, making over 40 appearances between the league and the Europa League, also scoring 12 goals, and was the club's highest paid player at 180,000 a week. And after this success with Stade Rennais, on the last day of the summer transfer window, Stuttgart asked to loan him out with the option to buy. His first season was like the rest of the seasons. He scored 11 goals in 22 games. But this season has had an exceptional and historic start. He has broken records like the record of Lewandowski in 2020 when he scored 10 goals in 5 games. And so far he has scored 14 goals and have 1 assist in 8 games, something no player has ever done before in the history of the Bundesliga, neither Gerd Müller or Lewandowski or Haaland. And all that is what he has achieved with the clubs. So how has his career been with his country? Well, Guirassy played for almost all the age groups of the French national team. He was called up 24 times and scored 11 goals, and that was between 2012 and 2016. And then because of the large number of competition in the first team and his low level, he was not called up. But after his brilliance with Stade Rennais in 2022, Guinea took the opportunity and called him, and he accepted their invitation. So far, he has played with them 10 games in which he scored 3 goals. What he has achieved so far is not a surprise if you know his abilities, as he has a great physical ability, very quick, able to read the opponent's movement quickly and find spaces, as he is able to score all types of goals and he's always trying to score amazing ones. Up until now, he has carried Stuttgart on his shoulders in every game, and the problem is that the release clause on his contract is only 15 million euros. So will he leave, or he doesn't want to go to a big club and be a substitute as he was before? Because Chelsea have already tried to sign him in 2020 and now he says he's not thinking about offers but wants to finish the season with his current club. But as we know so far, Chelsea don't have a real striker. Will they come back for him? We don't know, but all we hope is that he continues to shine, because some people say that the player from his history doesn't score a lot, and maybe this is an exceptional period and he will come back to the situation as he was before, or he will be just a one-season wonder, but we hope not. Tell us in the comments if you think Guirassy will continue to shine, and if you watch this video in the future, tell us how many goals he has scored so far. Has he moved to another club, or is he still at Stuttgart? Let us know in the comments.